back to FlexCandle, where we read the candles and flex the moves. I'm Flex, and today we're diving into a full top-down analysis on Bitcoin. We're going to start from the higher time frames, work our way down to the lower time frames, and check to see if we find any good setups. Now remember, this is not financial advice, and I'm not a financial advisor. Alright guys, currently it's 5:13 p.m. Eastern Time. The price of Bitcoin is at 105,900. And before we get into the top-down analysis, I want to go over this inverted head and shoulder pattern that I created yesterday, which had the measured move to approximately 105,864, which played out beautifully. I rewinded it back just so we could see this playing out. I'm going to play the play button, and let's just see the beauty here again of technical analysis of exactly how we got to the measured move. I mean, this is pretty much amazing. After the measured move, we've been pretty much going sideways, creating some type of a flag, and it looks like we're going to make another move up pretty soon, which we'll go over in the top-down analysis. Now, congratulations to anyone that took this play. I was able to get a good win here on this play, and I hope you were able to as well. All right, guys, so let's start off with the weekly chart. And with the weekly chart here, we're getting this bearish divergence. So we're not out of the woodworks yet. The stochastics are pointing down. Hopefully, we could get ourselves to come back up and make maybe another hump here. But so far, we are getting a green engulfing candle. Doesn't mean much yet. We still have 5 days and 3 hours before this closes. A lot of things could happen from here to then. I do have the weekly currently in a flag, and with the candle that closed on Sunday, we actually dropped out of the flag, and now currently we're back into the flag. If this move ends up playing out, this measured move would take us all the way to approximately 135,833. So that's definitely in play. Now, if we head over to the 3-day chart, we can see that the stochastics are starting to get low. So at some point we will start coming up, and something that's important is that we closed with a green candle above the 21 moving average. So this is starting to get bullish. If we put on the patterns, we could see how more closely how we are in the flag, and we are actually starting to break out. This new candle closes in about 2 days and 3 hours. Now on the 2-day chart, the stochastics are low. We're making a W pattern here, and it looks like we're on the way up. We're still not above the 21 moving average. We need to get above the 21-day moving average to continue being bullish here, but with the stochastics being low, it looks like a possibility. Now on the 1-day chart, we finally reset. The stochastics look to continue going up, and we finally closed yesterday above the 21-day moving average, barely. Today we have the opportunity to close above the 21-day moving average, which is going to be very important. So we still have about 2 hours and 45 minutes before that closes. Make sure to check back at 8 p.m. Eastern Time to see how this candle closed. But so far things are looking a little bit better here. Now I feel like we might close above the 21, and I'm going to be a little bit weary, guys, to be honest with you, because since we do have bearish divergence here, the stochastics are toppy. I don't know what's going to happen once the stochastics get up here and what price range we will be up to. We do have a wick here, which I think we're probably going to go for, and that will pretty much take us to 108,852, so like 109,000 around there. If the stochastics are high by the time we hit 109,000, I'm going to be a little skeptical. We could actually go all the way up here to this resistance here, which is at 110. So I'm still not 100% bullish, as in that we're going to make an all-time high as of yet. We will have to break this resistance. We will have to get above 112 for me to feel that way. But if the stochastics are topping, we're hitting 109, 110, I would be a little bit weary there, because again, we could fall down. Look how many times we've been above the 21, we fall down. We're up here again, we fall down. So there's a little pattern going on there. Now on the 22-hour chart, you see that the stochastics are starting to get a little higher. We're not toppy as of yet. We are above the 21 moving average, which is important. But if this starts to get toppy, then the next thing is going to be the daily. So that's what I'm saying. Will we only get to 109, 110 before we start dropping down again? Again, I've been telling you guys for a couple weeks now, we're ranging between 103, 110. If we break 103, support is at 100. We went all the way to 98. We came back up pretty quickly. I mean, we pretty much went to 106 today. Now, what's important here on the 10-hour chart, we're above the 200. Remember, we had lost this. Now we're above that, and we're also above the 21 average, which is important on the 8-hour chart as well. But look, the stochastics are starting to get toppy. So that's why I'm thinking like 109 might be resistance. On the 6-hour chart, we regained the 200, regained the 21. On the 4-hour time frame, we have not gone up above the 200 yet. And once again, like I was telling you on the daily, even if we get above the 21 and the 200, I need to see a lot of strength, and we have to be able to hold it up there for a long time before I start getting super bullish, because even though we get above it, we continue to lose it time and time again. Right now, we're showing like a little flag, but look, the stochastics are toppy. So even if we get above the 200, hopefully hopefully as the stochastics come down, we use the 200 as support and we wait for the 21 moving average to get it back above the 200 moving average so we could get bullish again. Now on the 1 hour chart, the stochastics look to drop down. We are getting bearish divergence here, but we are above the 21 and the 200. The 21 moving average has been our support here. We also have the VRVP here with this volume node here that's holding us up. If we were to lose this, then look at this gap. We will fall down here to this next level, which is pretty much the 50 moving average at 103. The 200 is also at 104. So we must maintain this. This is dropping down, but hopefully we could recover and come back up. The new pattern that I'm seeing, which I'm going to draw now, is a flag that I'm seeing. And it looks like we're already breaking out. So the measured move to this flag would pretty much take us to 110,380, which is exactly what I was telling you guys. That resistance would pretty much be between 109 and 110,000. Once we get up here, it's possible that maybe we drop back down. But this is the next play that I'm going to be doing. I will have stop losses for me personally, probably at this 50 moving average. If we lose the 200 moving average, maybe I give it a little bit more room and the final result will be the 50 moving average. Again, this is not financial advice. You guys do what you guys want, but I'm expecting this next move here to play out with this flag. We head over to the 15-minute chart. We are above the 21. We are above the 200. Stochastics are still on the way up. So everything's looking a little bit more bullish overall. Again, I'm seeing a move going to 109, 110, and I expect some resistance there. We would have to reassess at that time to see what is happening. All right, guys, so that's the breakdown. If this gave you clarity or a setup to watch, do me a favor, like, drop a comment, and subscribe. And if you have a stock or crypto you want me to go over, drop it in the comment section. This is FlexCandle, where we read the candles and flex the moves. Catch you on the next chart.